Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert R. We are 25 days out from the Great American Race of 2026 Daytona 500. We got a bunch of news yesterday about some injuries. We know the 62 will be Anthony Alfredo. We know the 99 of Corey LaJoie for RFK. 4 RFK cars in the field. That's going to be really neat to see. Jimmy's there. He's at the provisional. I can't remember how some other ones were announced. Some Xfinity news coming out on the Hendrick guys driving the 88 for Junior Motorsports, along with Roger Carruth. We know Roger will be 23 races in the 88 and 10 races over at Jordan Anderson. We know that Ross Chastain and SVG will be splitting the number 9 for Junior Motorsports, and obviously some fill-in races there for Carson Quapple. And then we know Ross will have 4 races in that Jordan Anderson number 32 as well. So yeah, it's like everything's kind of all the pieces are getting together. Looks like we're going to have a big field for Daytona qualifying, so the duels will have some intrigue to them. I know a lot of people bring up back in the day they used to have 50, 60 cars there, but the world has changed. The price it costs to race has changed, so you're not going to get that. 45, 48 cars for 41 car field this year is great. I know a lot of people are against the Jimmy Johnson World Class Driver Provisional, I think it's called. Why? He don't get paid for it. He's only doing it because of sponsorship for his other teams, and for him. So yeah, let him do it. Let him go out there and have some fun. He is a 7-time NASCAR champion. It's not like he's in the way. I was listening to that NASCAR radio the other night, last night actually, and they had a race for 1991 Southern 500. Lap 10, they were lapping the field. So yeah, we don't go through that anymore. Don't even bring up stage racing to me, people, but yeah, lap 10. So they were lapping lap cars. So it's like, yeah, no, we don't have that anymore. We don't need that anymore. The sport has grown to a point where you don't need just every Tom, Dick, and Harry with a car showing up. You need people that's actually going to show up and actually race. You don't need, there was a place and time in this sport for the Del McCowards of the world, the Phil Barkdals and all that. I think our sport has grown enough, and obviously the expense of the sport as well, that you kind of don't have that anymore. But you have the Beard Motorsports of this era. You have, RFK wanting to do a 4th car. You have 2311 doing a 4th car sometimes. You have RCR doing a 3rd car. So yeah, you still kind of have some of that, but you have that big team backing to it. But you know what? We are 25 days away. We're going to profile car number 25. Obviously, number 25 has a rich history. Hendrick Motorsports, they had the 5 and the 25. Obviously, as they've grown, they had the 48 for Jimmy, the 88 for Dale Jr., and they brought the 5 back because it was gone for a little bit. They were using the 9 for Chase Elliott, obviously his dad's number. So the 25 kind of got put on hiatus. First race for the car number 25 in the Cup Series was June 19, 1949, NASCAR's first race. The last race was September 6, 2015. That was actually one of 5 races for Chase that year. The previous 2 seasons, it was ran for Brad Keselowski when he ran part-time. So it hasn't been full-time since like 2007 or something. So yeah, the 25 is a historic number, 1,319 starts among 89 different drivers. 21 wins among 8 drivers. I know I talk about in some of these videos when I think of a car number, what sponsor, driver, and all that combo. Honestly, the 25, there's been so many great sponsors over the years. GMAC with Brian Vickers, the Kodiak and Budweiser with Kenny Schrader, 25 the Folgers with Tim Richmond, and then so it's like there's so many iconic, like, oh yeah, I remember this, and I looked some of it up. I was like, oh yeah, I remember the Wally Dallenbach era, and Kenny Schrader, Brian Vickers, Jerry Nadeau, Joe Nemechek, all those. So 123 top 5s, all these drivers, 340 top 10s, 37 poles. It was a Chevrolet 927 times. Well, duh. Out of 1,300 starts, those are Hendrick starts. Most were Chevrolet. Plymouth 181, Ford 126, Dodge 55, Oldsmobile 39, Pontiac 39, Buick 17, Lincoln 5, Mercury 4, and Hudson 2. I would love to be able to take a time machine and go back to this sport of NASCAR. I want to go back to that meeting at the Streamline Hotel in Daytona Beach. Sit there with Bill France Sr. when they're laying out NASCAR. You know, actually, I want to go back 2 years prior to that when they laid out the first series that Bill France owned. And bring in things from today into that era. And then go to that meeting and sit there like, all right, Bill, this is how, I think the future of the sport's going to go here. So here's what we need to do. And just stuff like that, just to blow the minds of some of those people. It's like, 77 years, here's what the sport's going to look like. So how can we make it better now to make it better then, kind of deal. But anyway, number 25 in the Cup Series, Jabe Thomas, most starts, 306, 3 top 5, 75 top 10s, average finish of 16.9. Kenny Schrader, 267 starts, 4 wins, 58 top 5s, 127 top 10s, 15.1 average finish. Now, these stats are just these drivers in the car number 25, so it's not the whole career of any of these drivers. Ronnie Thomas, 123 starts, 9 top 10s, average finish of 22.0. Brian Vickers, 112 starts, 1 win, 10 top 5s, 23 top 10s, average finish of 20.6. Jerry Nadeau, 81 starts, 1 win, 7 top 5s, 16 top 10s, average finish of 22.8. Joe Nemechek, 57 starts, 1 win, 5 top 5s, 8 top 10s, average finish of 25.5. Now, throughout the history of Hendrick Motorsports, we know the 5 has always been kind of one of the top winning cars, and the 24 and the 48, we know those are 2 of the cars that win the most. The 9 wins a lot as well. The 25, when it was there, kind of like the 48 now, it's kind of that, I'm going to say forgotten car. It's always been that kind of, everybody else wins more, but that 25 is just there chugging along, getting a few wins here and there, just like the 48 does now. There's always that one-off for that 4-car team. Tim Richmond, 37 starts, except when Tim drove it. 9 wins, 16 top 5s, 16 top 5s, 21 top 10s, average finish of 10.7. What could have been if Tim Richmond would never have gotten sick, and I think he ended up with AIDS and passed away. Just that incredible race car driver. It's amazing the people in this sport that had a career like a Tim Richmond or like a Rob Moroso, we'll talk about and go over the Xfinity stuff, that their lives were cut short. What could have been? Davey Allison, Alan Quickie, Adam Petty, the whole list goes, Kenny Orman Jr., and the whole list goes on and on. What could have been? How different history would have been if these drivers would have not died at a young age. Dick Lindell, 19 starts, 3 wins, 5 top 5s, 9 top 10s, and average finish of 14.9. Now, on the Xfinity side, I'm saying Xfinity, the last race was Xfinity. So if I do this again next year, it'll be the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. 740 races, 19 wins, 97 top 5s, 212 top 10s, 52 different drivers, and only 6 of those drivers won races. First race was February 13th, 1982. The last race was November 1st, 2025. Bobby Hamilton Jr., 125 starts, 5 wins, 27 top 5s, 51 top 10s, average finish of 15.3. And then the late Rob Moroso, 84 starts, 6 wins, 24 top 5s, 42 top 10s, average finish of 12.4. There's one I just mentioned earlier. So talented, just that raw racing ability. His 3 years in Xfinity, the last 2 was second and first in points. Then the rookie year in Cup, unfortunately, he passed away along with him. I think there's somebody else that actually passed away in that accident as well. And he hit somebody and killed him, unfortunately. This is why you don't drive under the influence, and this is why you don't speed, because of this right here. He took another life along with his, and injured another person, if I remember correctly. So, such bright future, and it was just taken away. It's sad, but it's unfortunately the reality of life. Every choice has a reaction. I mean, you make choices in life, and unfortunately, he made a bad choice. And one of the greatest, he could have went down as one of the greatest race car drivers ever, but unfortunately, we'll never know. Aston Lewis, 70 starts, 3 top 5s, 8 top 10s, average finish of 21.5. Jimmy Hensley, 66 starts, 4 wins, 19 top 5s, 40 top 10s, average finish of 11.5. Hermie Sadler, 55 starts, 2 wins, 10 top 5s, 19 top 10s, average finish of 14.2. Harrison Burton, 33 starts in the number 25 Xfinity car, 2 top 5s, 10 top 10s, average finish of 14.5. Kenny Wallace, 33 starts, 4 top 5s, 16 top 10s, average finish of 15.0. Brett Moffitt, 33 starts, 1 top 5, 9 top 10s, average finish of 17.5. On the truck side, February 5th, 1995 through November 8th, 2024, 42 different drivers drove in 270 races. 3 drivers won 3 races, 23 top 5s, 72 top 10s. Randy Tolsma, 49 starts, 1 win, 8 top 5s, 25 top 10s, average finish of 12.7. Matt DiBenedetto, 43 starts, 1 win, 3 top 5s, 19 top 10s, average finish of 15.2. Terry Cook, 23 starts, 4 top 5s, 9 top 10s, average finish of 14.8. Boston Reed, 20 starts, average finish of 24.6. And then Ty Dillon, 18 starts, 2 top 10s, average finish of 19.5. Whew, 25 days away from Daytona, getting close to less than 2 weeks away, week and a half away from Bowman Gray and the Clash. I know a lot of people think that since they went online to complain about the playoffs, NASCAR got rid of it, that if they go online and complain about the Clash, it'll go back to Daytona. Folks, the Clash is not going back to Daytona. There's no need for it. We don't need 4 super speedway races in a week at Daytona. Sorry, we just don't. This sport changes from time to time. What we have in 2026 is not what we had in 2015, is not what we had in 2000, is not what we had in 1995. It has changed. All sports change. Everything changes. Everyone complains about the Fox broadcast. I've been seeing a lot of complaints about that. There was a point in time these races were not televised. So we have multiple TV partners now. Yeah, they bring in a $1.1 billion into a sport. Yeah. Without that, the sport doesn't survive. So, unfortunately, if you agree or disagree that you don't like the broadcast, okay, I get it, fine. Don't watch, listen on XM radio, but don't complain about it and then wish it would go away because it is better than nothing. So, and Mike Joy is one of the best broadcasters in the history of the sport. So, yeah, and so is Lee Diffie. So on the NBC side, like him or hate him, he's got an accent. Yep, but he's one of the best. As always, thanks for watching Rubber Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Rubber Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content.